Act 4, Scene 7, we finally see Cordelia and her father together. So Cordelia and Kent finally meet at the beginning, and Cordelia's loyalty to Kent and Kent's loyalty to Cordelia has been prominent throughout the play. Again, Kent is disguised. Um, However, he still has been writing her throughout the play, and informing her of different happenings throughout. However, it's interesting because he did mention in a previous scene, I will remain in disguise, but I will redeem myself soon. Um, so he is in disguise. The doctor arrives, um, and Cordelia and Kent are talking, essentially just um, going back and forth, talking about the conditions of her father. Um, and Lear does show his compassion and his repentance of what he's done to his daughter. Now, my question for you is, do you think he deserves her forgiveness or not? That's something we could talk about a little bit. Um, she does forgive her father for what he's done to her. And this is kind of the calm before the storm because there is still going to be a war between Britain and France. Lear doesn't know where he's at. He asks, am I in France? And Kent, again in disguise, in your own kingdom, sir. Lear, do not abuse me, do not deceive me. And the doctor says, sir, just relax. Things will be good soon. Please just let your daughter take care of things. And he is ashamed of what he's done. By the end of the scene, there is a gentleman that arrives and speaks to Kent, and he says, um, can you tell me what is true of the Duke of Cornwall? Has he been killed? And Kent says, yes, it is true. Again, Kent has not redeemed himself. And he says, who is leading his men? Who's the conductor of his people? And he says, it is the bastard son of Gloucester, Edmund. Um, and the gentleman, not knowing that this is Kent, says, well, I have heard that Edgar, his banished son, is with the Earl of Kent in Germany. So Kent is kind of like, that's an interesting rumor, because, well, I am Kent. um, so interesting. Gentleman's just says this is going to be a bloody fight, but farewell to you. And Kent, on his own aside here, as the gentleman leaves, he basically says, "Well, the fate of my life depends on this battle." So we will see where this goes and the fate of Cordelia, Lear, and Kent after this scene and in Act 5.